Just making up notes. Yeah. Like somebody just kissing or something. Whoever that is coming. Not kind of that. That's a bad idea. I did get to see you this morning, but
Ready?
I know. I'm going to talk about that in my little time.
I knew you were.
Yeah, I got all that covered and all that. So, all right. Hello, Jay.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second quarterly service awards for 2024. We have a lot on the agenda today. I'd like to introduce Mr. Moore, who will be presenting the awards to everybody.
All right, thank you. So Paul, he's working to be just as much fun as Lachey. Right, you're almost there. Let's give this man as much encouragement and positive energy as we can, because you were here during our last event to this effect back in April.
Yes.
Yes, that was Friday, April 26th. We were all here, had a nice time in that regard. So you're on your way. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give Paul a round of applause. Energy, get us to a good place in this regard. And of course, it's always fun to be able to interact with everybody. Quarterly awards program. Glad we're having it on a Friday. We get to dress like casual. We have a bum. I didn't even bother to put on a regular shirt this time. So Dennis, it's really funny. So Dot was kind enough to remind me of the fact that it's actually your last day. So Dennis in the Department of Information Technology, he's retiring effective today, July 19th, 2024. So it's really cute because this past Wednesday, I had my bi-weekly visit. So typically I meet with department directors every other week, but far more often than that, but just a bi-weekly engagement just to go over whatever business matters at hand, issues of concern, whatever the case may be. And this past Wednesday was the case for Chief Technology Officer Jay Stacy. So we were talking, shooting the breeze about what's what, getting some matters squared away. And he happened to share that Dennis is actually retiring effective this Friday, July 19th. I said, oh, well, I have a few minutes. Let's go walk over to the Department of Information Technology. I'll be able to say congratulations to him. Explicitly came over to see you, shook your hand. Congratulations, you and your wife, so on and so forth. And in case I don't see you, Jay mentioned it. And look, 2 days later, here you are. In front of everybody. All right, so once again, congratulations, Dennis, because you do a lot of good work and positive experiences you've been able to offer people, including the office of the city manager. So appreciate that and all the best to you. I said this to you in person 2 days ago. I just repeated myself in the presence of the crowd today, including your colleagues in information technology. Two sitting next to you, Kama Reitman over there, Jay Stacy over there. Who else am I missing? Your colleagues. Yeah, right behind the illustrious Fire Rescue Department there. Okay, so with that, without further to-do, kick us off. Paul, what do you say?
All right. Today we're going to start with the police department. Not that I'm holding any priorities here, but with the police department, with 10 years of service, we have John Caceres Duquez.
Congratulations, sir.
All right, good morning, everybody. John Caceres Duque, 10 years. It's gone by fast, John? Yes? All right. The next 20 will go by even faster. Trust me. So, John is a Marine. So, he came to us from Boca Raton, city of Boca Raton, where he did parking enforcement. He's currently assigned to the Detective Bureau, where he is a persons detective, which means he investigates like homicides, sexual batteries, robberies, things of that nature. His other assignments with the police department have been in road patrol and clean and safe. He's currently a member of our honor guard. His wife Courtney is one of our crime scene techs. I think that's where they met, here at the police department. So I don't know if that's good or bad, John. You can tell me, but they did just have a kid, so they just recently had a child, so I guess it's good, right? Less sleep, but it's all good. John is just a solid employee. He comes in, he doesn't say much, he does his job, doesn't cause me any problems. So I thank you for that. And John Casares, 10 years.
Congratulations. Thank you, Councilman. So many of you may realize that Paul, prior to his professional experiences with the Department of Human Resources, he was an illustrious member of the Delray Beach Police Department. In fact, when I first met him coming on board, coming up on 3 years ago now, you were in uniform.
Right.
Here in commission chambers.
Right.
You kind of reminded me of that after you were selected for the Human Resources opportunity. So, good deal, here we are.
Yep.
Okay, please do tell.
All right, next up with 5 years of service, he's not here today, but Ted Williams from the police department. Next up from Fire Rescue, with 25 years of service, firefighter paramedic John Conley.
Congratulations,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
All right, please. You just gonna get it here, or what are we doing? Congratulations,
John,
25
you were a
years.
surprise. Somebody told us you weren't coming, so thank you for being here, and we appreciate your service.
That's a surprise.
Thank you.
To celebrate 25 years is a milestone for anybody, so any recognition to that effect deserves one attendance and participation, so thank you. Yes, sir.
Next up with 25 years of service, Captain Inspector Walter Hurst. With 25 years of service, Chief Officer Todd Lynch. With 20 years of service, Fire Captain Curtis Jepson. With 20 years of service, Driver Engineer Paramedic Joseph Lamarco.
Congratulations, sir.
How you doing? Okay. Hold on, I gotta try these things out. All right, that's better.
I'm
Wow.
on my way to it.
Oh, man.
I'll be there in a minute.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Captain Marino. First, I'd like to thank our city officials, department heads, employees, friends, and family for making this day special for all of us. I have two crew members I would like to introduce to you today, but before I bring them up here, I'd like to give you a sense of who they are and what they've done. Driver Engineer Joe Lamarco and Firefighter Sarah Murphy have taken an oath to uphold the core values of our organization. They have agreed to protect our community in the most effective and efficient manner possible. They have agreed to represent our department and our city leaders as professionals. They have agreed to make decisions and take actions that are reflective of our department policies and procedures. They have agreed to use resources provided, coupled with training and education they've received over the years to provide the highest level of protection possible to our citizens, and when necessary, take calculated risks to save lives and protect property. Joe and Sarah, I'd like to thank you for your commitment to serve here at Delray Fire Rescue for the past 20 years and having the privilege to work with both of you. I appreciate your leadership, your respect, your integrity, courage, and honesty. Getting to know you and your loved ones over the years has given me the great satisfaction to tell my loved ones, I'll be okay. I'll be coming home. I work with some terrific people. I say thank you. You have raised the bar to professionalism. You have proven that despite the toughest challenges, emergent or non-emergent, you have served well. Okay. Now it's time to meet the first crew member, Joe Lamarco. For those of you who don't know what a driver engineer is in the fire service, besides just driving the fire truck, he is responsible for operating and maintaining the fire engine or the ladder truck, whatever he's assigned to, performing routine checks on all the equipment, maintaining the equipment, and making small repairs when needed. It's kind of the jack of all trades, the handyman, if you will. That's Joe. Okay, Joe can be used as a firefighter or a paramedic. He could do dual roles. His position operates the fire pump, gives the firefighters water, which involves a complex pump calculations, like how many gallons per minute we would flow on our fire hoses with different types of fires. For me, I've been a captain for 24 years. The driver engineer is the heart of the station. I rely on this position to support all that needs to be done at the station. He is the guy that supports the captain when the captain is not around. At times, he's like the sergeant of arms at the station. If I have to tell the crew we have something unpopular to do, the driver's at the table. Come on, guys, let's get it done. He supports the captain. I expect my driver on emergency scenes to be my backup. If I'm busy on a call, he's like the next in charge. I want him to operate the pump, monitor the radio in case I'm not listening or I'm busy on the scene. I want him to light up the scene at night. He's going to be our crew's safety officer. He's the guy that's going to be looking back on the scene and making sure we're okay if we're wrapped up in things. I want him to anticipate my next move and have the tools ready to go even before I ask for it. That's what Joe does. Joe, he's originally from Cleveland, Ohio, where his father worked at the Ford Motor Company.
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland, Ohio. And his mother, Joyce, worked as a recreation center for her local town. Joe's close to his parents, Joyce and Robert LaMarco, who they've been married for over 50 years. Joe is married 10 years to his wife, Katie, and they have a son, 5-year-old Giovanni. Joe LaMarco, he can be found in the weight room, obviously, if you take a look at him, or on the golf course most of the days, or he's at his son's T-ball games cheering him on from the stands. This past season, Giovanni's team went to the T-ball semifinals. They just one game shy of the championship. They didn't make it, unfortunately. All right, this is where I have some audience participation. You see tough and rough Joe over there. I'm going to throw out some names here. If anyone recognizes these names, please just raise your hand. Just want to test the crowd here. Victor Newman, Billy Abbott, Mariah Copeland, Nicholas Newman. Anybody so far? Yeah? Sharon Newman, Claire Grace, or Summer Newman? Anybody? These are all characters from the soap opera The Young and the Restless. 1973 is when it started, and it's still running strong. It's 50 seasons going. The latest episode, I'm not sure if you know this, Joe, but the latest episode is where Victor gives Billy an ultimatum. Serious. Mariah and Nick discuss their concerns about Sharon, and Claire finds herself in a power struggle with Summer. Please tune in with Joe weekdays, 12:30 on CBS on your lunch break. He is a huge fan of the show and has been watching it his entire life.
I'll pass.
Yeah, okay. I think he watched that episode. I'm sure he
The
did.
theme song is kind of cool. That's all about I know. I'm sure that's a
Big deal. All right. And he does it on his lunch break, so we're good. So he gets his job done.
12:30 on CBS, yeah?
We're close. We're going to make it there. I think we're going to make it there. All right. Joe decided to become a firefighter right after 9/11. That was September 11th, 2001. Joe was a 25-year-old. He moved down here from Cleveland and was working for a bank at the time where he had an interaction with a firefighter. The entire country was embracing firefighters at the time. When Joe learned the process, he signed right up, and here he is 20 years later. Engineer LaMarco has all the certifications our department offered, from paramedic to special operations certification. Joe was promoted from firefighter to driver engineer after his 6th year of employment and is currently assigned to Station 114. Joe is an employee who comes to work without any supervision and does all that is expected of him and much more. I had the privilege of being his recruit officer 20 years ago when he was hired, and I was able to pin the badge on Joe at that ceremony. I couldn't be happier to be here and talking to you tonight in front of all of you for Joe, his 20th year with the city. Joe LaMarco, congratulations on 20 years of service.
numerous times now.
You'll be right back.
A favorite aspect of quarterly awards presentation is the ability to learn about our individual colleagues in any department of the city. Big fan of the soap operas. How about that? Who would have known? All right.
We're going to go out of order a little bit. Next up is going to be Sarah Murphy with 20 years of service as a firefighter paramedic.
All right. My next crew member will be firefighter Sarah Murphy. Sarah comes from a family of firefighters, from cousins to uncles to her immediate family. Sarah's father, Captain Jeff Johnson, served 27 years, Hialeah Fire Department. Her brother, Nick Johnson, is serving at Broward County Fire Rescue. Her mother, Kathy Johnson, 12 years, Fire Rescue Dispatch in Hialeah. Her husband, we all know, Division Chief Richard Murphy, 23 years here at Delray Fire Rescue. Her son, Richard Murphy, West Palm Fire Rescue. Her daughter, Allison, is here. It's nice to see Allison, who is 30 years old and is in TV production. I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay. Allison is not here, sorry, who's 30 years old. She's in TV production. Her daughter, Julia, who looks 20, but she's 15 years old, is competing in Junior Olympics. Haven't seen her in a while. She grew up fast. And 12-year-old son, Killian, who is an extremely active youngster who enjoys playing basketball and golf and fishing with his dad. Sarah, okay, plays competitive tennis, pickleball, and can be found working out every day and loves raising her kids with her husband. During her career, she competed in the Firefighter Women's Combat Challenge Team and became national champion. She also competed at the World's Combat Challenge Individuals, where she took home third place and won multiple individual awards. Sarah is one of the fire department's fitness trainers. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology and additionally took courses in critical incident stress management, which she now is one of the department peer leaders. Sarah spent 10 years at Fire Rescue Headquarters, fine-tuning her leadership skills and mentoring new employees. One of the calls she ran, which was memorable, Sarah responded to a call of a 42-year-old male unresponsive, not breathing. The conclusion of this call was a field save. The actions of Sarah and her crew resulted in a 42-year-old male walking out of the hospital and is living today. And I think that when you're here 20 years, that's just one call that we talk about, and she had the ability to save one person's life, and you could imagine that person's worst day, when she called 911, that person probably would never forget Sarah and the crew that day. It's an incredible feat, just that one call that we're talking about, but of the many calls of 20 years that she's run, the impact that she has made and all of the fire rescue guys have made is amazing. Those of you that know Sarah, she is full of life, positive, outgoing, happy, can't sit still, a proud mother, obviously, and wife. She puts her personal touch on everything that she does, and that's reflective of her work. She can be found to have strong leadership skills, takes responsibilities for her actions, a good role model for new people, great job knowledge, pumps out production in everything that she touches. She believes that when people call 911, we should make it our best showing. Sarah Murphy, congratulations on 20 years of service.
Wait. Before you go, I'd like to offer a recommendation or a suggestion if I may. You have family here.
I do.
How about a family shot?
Okay, that would
Don't be shy. Yeah, I thought I saw something.
The flowers were my daughter's on here now.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, next up with 20 years of service, Chief Officer Craig Mahoney.
So, basically what Bill said, but for Craig. I'm going to be much more succinct. Division Chief Craig Mahoney currently serves as our department's logistics chief, where he oversees all procurement and management of our resources that our crews on the road depend on each and every day to do their job. So without Craig, the wheels of motion would stop. Craig was hired June of 2004. Craig served time as a paramedic step trainer, basically training the new hired paramedics on how to be an actual street paramedic on the road. Craig was actually my step trainer some time ago. Craig was promoted to driver engineer in May of 2015, and then to captain in February of 2019, where he served as managing our special ops program, which consists of managing many grants, and there's a lot of responsibilities that come along with that. Craig was then promoted to division chief in 2022, where he currently serves. On top of that, Craig's been a member of the pension board since 2012 and has served as the fire department's union president since 2013. Normally, Chief Green would be here speaking for Craig, but he's unable to be here, so I do have a few words that Chief Green wanted me to add in. Chief Green has stated numerous times that Craig is an invaluable member of the operation of this organization, and without him we'd be in a worse place. And Chief Green is extremely fortunate to have a person like Craig as a member of his team. So we congratulate you, Craig, on your milestone of 20 years of dedicated service to the city.
Next, with 20 years of service, Captain Inspector Brian Pollock.
Congratulations. I'll see you around. Actually, there's a presentation. Yeah, Chief Joe, come on up.
Division Chief Joe Mazzio. Got the pleasure of working with Brian. Brian started at Delray Beach Fire Rescue when he was 16 as an explorer. Very fortunate time for me because I was a probationary employee and he did most of the chores and tasks that I was supposed to do. So I took a lot of credit for that, but I'm admitting that now. 2004, he was hired as a firefighter paramedic, where for the next following years he was a step trainer training the next future paramedics. In 2014, Brian was promoted to driver engineer. Immediately after that, in April of 2015, he was promoted to the rank of captain, where he served in fire inspection, and then he went back to operations, and now he's currently back as a captain of fire and life safety, where we'd love to have him. So he has served as a station captain, EMS supervisor, an inspector, an investigator. Brian has earned his associate's degree and his bachelor's degree currently while he's been working through his career. He's also holding certifications in hazard material, rope rescue, confined space, fire inspector 2, fire instructor 3, fire officer 3, live fire training 1, a state certified fire investigator, and an instructor for BLS and CERT team. Brian spends a lot of time on his off time with his family. He's a baseball coach to his 2 sons. He's very active. If there's a task, we give it to Brian. Not sure how it gets done, but 3 or 4 days later, it's always done. We can sleep well on that. So congratulations, Brian.
Next, with 20 years of service, driver, engineer, paramedic Christopher Scheid. And with 10 years of service, ocean rescue lifeguard Stephen Tremonti. From Public Works, 20 years of service, street
Excuse me, Paul.
superintendent.
Before we go to the next department,
Okay.
I'd like to offer a few acknowledgments, if I may, please.
Sure.
Thank you. And I should have done this in the beginning, so please forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. But during quarterly awards programs, many of our department directors take time to make it a priority to be here. So I'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge them because I failed to do so in the beginning. I'll start from the back, work my way to the front. Director of Utilities Hassan Hajimiri is here. Director of Public Works, Missy Barletto, just left my office before coming here. Not because she was in any trouble, but just taking care of work business. Director of Development Services, Cynthia Giotis. A fellow who's spending a tremendous amount of time with me these days, Chief Financial Officer Hugh Dunkley. We have Sam Walthour. He was here. He just took a phone call, but he's here sitting up front, Director of Neighborhood and Community Services, Sam Walthour. Chief Technology Officer, whom I acknowledge when having fun with Dennis. Jay Stacy is here. And actually, on behalf of the Department of Parks and Recreation, Superintendent Prentice Mobley, on behalf of Sam Leacock, So I believe I called everyone. Did I not? Did I miss any directors, executive leadership team members? I don't believe I did. Okay, we are in good company. Continue forward.
All right, from Public Works with 20 years of service, Street Superintendent Anthony Guy. From Utilities with 10 years of service, Senior Customer Service Representative Shannon Brooks. Utility Service Worker C. Thadrick Parker with 5 years of service.
What's up? Good to see you. Always good to see you. All right, you too, right on. Congratulations. Thank you. What's up, Shep?
Hey, how's it going? How everybody
How are you?
doing? I'm sorry to tell you guys, but we had the pleasure of taking Mr. Parker from Park and Rec. He's been with us now about two and a half years. He came in the department, he hit the ground running. He started learning just about everything. VACON. Matter of fact, he just got promoted to operator. Now he works the backhoe and stuff like that. So he was a good steal. Thank you. Keep up the good work. And thank you.
So when I first got here, you were making around saying hello to everybody. All right, congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. With 5 years of service, Utility Service Worker C. Bernard Atwaters. With 5 years of service, Crew Leader Michael Chavers. With 5 years of service, Electrician 1 Carlos Jordan. With 5 years of service, Electrician 1 Dwight Liba? Liba? Dwight Liba. With 5 years of service, Motor Pump Technician Ronald Ramsarin. And with 5 years of service, Utility Service Worker C, James Duncan. Jamel Duncan. From Finance, with 5 years of service, on her second time around, Payroll Supervisor Alberta Gom. And Senior Accountant with 5 years of service, Jose Perez. From Development Services, our Stellar Award winner with 35 years of service, Planner Jennifer Buse.
For those of you trying to do the math, Jen started as a teenager, and I'm not kidding, okay? So Delray Beach is Jennifer's hometown. She grew up running around the Marina Historic District. Her family owned a unique property at 110 Marine Way, where she lived for a long time. Jennifer's father, I don't know if you guys know this, was a 25-year veteran of the Delray Beach Firefighting Department, and her pride in him is evident when you talked with her about her family. She is a graduate of Atlantic High. She attended FAU in Clemson and has a degree in history that we are putting to good work right now. Jen has a strong faith and frequently spends her vacations volunteering with her church. She likes animals, but mostly cats. She is one of the most dependable employees we have. Jen provides, I think, residents and applicants with excellent customer service, and with her long tenure at the city, sometimes they work around the rest of us and go straight to her for help. So let's go through everybody who had fingers on Jennifer's career here. So she started as a part-time recreational leader with Parks and Rec, so she's a camp counselor. Then she was a part-time recreational supervisor with Parks and Recs. Then she moved into a full-time position with Parks and Recs. Then community improvement, which is what Neighborhood and Community Services is now. She transferred as the recycling coordinator. At some point, that job became the litter prevention, so I guess we gave up on recycling and tried to just handle the trash. I don't know. Then she shifted into plan review with a permit clerk with signs. Then a plan review tech, which became a permit specialist and a permit clerk specialist, and it moved out of community improvement into planning and zoning and building because the departments got reorganized. Then she became an assistant planner in planning and zoning, and then she became a planner. And she has done signs for so long. As Jen's approaching the end of her tenure, we've discovered we better make sure other people know how to do signs. So she's helping train the younger generation coming up with that. She's worked a tremendous amount in Current, and then most recently, as we've tried to start building a digital library, we're tapping that history degree. Jen is a heck of a researcher. If there is a file somewhere, she will find it, and so she is helping us organize our library into an online format. So we're lucky to have her, and it's an amazing milestone. She won the award ceremony today with 35 years. So thank you, Jen. We appreciate your service.
I'm releasing the middle, so that's fine. Jennifer, congratulations.
Also from Development Services, with 5 years as a structural plan reviewer, Kirk Seeberger. From Information Technology, Assistant IT Director Don Maurice with 10 years of service.
Brother Don Maurice.
Yeah. Good morning, Jay Stacy, Chief Technology Officer. Today we recognize Don for his 10 years of service with the city. Don has a wealth of knowledge and experience in IT and IT management, and he puts it to good use every day. Don has a degree from Florida Atlantic University, and he did it the hard way by attending night classes while working during the day to support his family. Don has also earned several certifications, but most notably, he earned the Government Chief Information Officer certification issued by the Florida Local Government Information Systems Association. Don's responsibilities in the department are vast. He wears many hats. I remember when I first came on board 4 years ago, I asked the outgoing IT director, who handles project management in the department? Well, that's Don, he said. So, okay, well, who handles budget? Well, that's also Don. Oh, okay, well, who handles contract management and procurement? That would be Don. All right, well, who oversees the infrastructure and help desk staff? Well, you guessed it, that's also Don. So, needless to say, Don's institutional knowledge was invaluable to me in those early days. And those early days were especially hard because we were in the heart of COVID lockdowns. Yet somehow we needed to do our part to keep the city running. Don's knowledge of city operations allowed us to focus on the essential technologies needed to keep the various departments operational. Don has done a great job hiring, motivating, and keeping talent within the IT department. One thing I noticed immediately was that Don was well respected by his staff. He was always available to offer guidance and direction. He's very detail-oriented, something I'm not, and runs a very efficient operation. They get a lot done with a relatively small number of people. So Don, thank you for your 10 years of service with the city, and especially the last 4 years, helping to create what I consider one of the best IT departments in all of local government.
Good work in terms of cybersecurity, the leadership efforts in that regard, no V4 training, making sure we're all on point in that regard. As a result of those efforts and contributions, Delray Beach, Florida, as a municipality, was a bit of a cutting-edge leader in advance of state requirements that municipalities and organizations enact these guidelines. So with that step in the right direction, a lot I've learned from you and us as a result of those contributions. So thank you for that as well. Thank you. All right. Dean, you didn't think I was speaking.
Everybody that you know before training.
Yeah.
97% complete right now.
Yeah. It needs to be 100.
Next up, celebrating 5 years and a retirement, IT support manager, Dennis Zanucci.
Once again, Dennis, congratulations for the third time for me.
Yeah, so I didn't have a whole lot written down about Dennis. Last time I was up here was McLena's 5-year, and we announced that she was leaving. So I hate to come up here again and say, Dennis, sorry to see you go. With my 10 years here, Dennis has been here for 5 of them. Dennis has been an integral part of the team. He's the first one here every morning. He unlocks our doors 7:30 in the morning. I'm here 10 minutes later. We sit down for a half hour every morning, go through help desk tickets. We sit down with the team, get everything done. Dennis has been great. Dennis is the first one that I used, and I kind of got in trouble with this with Dennis's interview. Dot said, "You can't do that." So I asked the question in his interview. You are working the telephone desk for New Balance shoes. Explain in full detail to a young client how to tie a shoe. Right? And Dot says, "You can't ask something like that." I said, "Well, yeah, I can, because he's working a help desk, he's getting calls on the phone, and any type of situation that comes up, he needs to work with somebody over the phone.
That explains
how
why
to do
I did not
something."
get that job at Foot Locker.
And Dennis was the first one we used that question with. I knew right in the beginning Dennis is a Marine. He came into us, after 20 plus years at Sikorsky, but Dennis came in as Marine. The first day he showed up with a U.S. Merchant Marine Academy hat. I'm like, "Where did you get that?" "My son just graduated in the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy."
Congratulations.
Yeah. So he's got a friend that he helped get into Merchant Marine Academy. Dennis has been a big mentor with young people over his career. Sea Scouts, and just a great person at helping everybody that he can. I really hate to see you go. We're still going to be friends. You know where I am. I know where you are. Dennis came in with his great interest in guns, and most of our department now has guns. Many of the department have gone out shooting with him, out to the range. We've taken some young people out as well. Really going to miss you. You've been a great partner on the team. Like I said, half my career here, you've been here. Thank you.
That's a token for reaching a 5-year milestone. However, we're also celebrating and supporting you in your entire retirement endeavors as we all eloquently shared. So congratulations there, and thank you for your work.
No, that's not it, Mark.
I guess we're going to refer to the ID department now as the Young Guns. Next up from the Parks and Recreation Department, Abby Murrell, 20 years of service as Recreation Supervisor 3.
What's up, Abby? Congratulations.
All right, Prentice Mobley, Recreation Superintendent, a traveler. She actually inspired me to traveling. And another note, she actually hired me when I started with, well, she didn't hire me, but she was on my interview power, and I worked under her at Captain Strong. Was it the 1900s? No one won the 1900s? But it was a while back. But she's a great person, and I always lean on her for different advice throughout the professionalism. She has a lot of certifications. She was one of the first one in our department to get her CPRP, which we've expanded that, but she was a trailblazer with that. She was a pickleball ambassador as well, and just a very insightful person and a great part of the department, and we appreciate you for those 20 years and everything you do for the department. So thank you.
Congratulations. As I've learned a couple of years ago, hanging out with you over at the Arts Garage, along with Jennifer Pagano over there, you're a very talented, capable artist. You didn't mention that.
I did not mention that. I say that for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I say that
Good job. Touche. Please join us for the photo. That was very good. See, Princess has got it like that. Good deal. Congratulations, Abby.
Next, with 5 years of service, irrigation and maintenance worker Merlin Machado Portillo. With 5 years of service, senior recreation leader Lauren Lemessier. With 5 years of service, irrigation and maintenance worker Celso Flores. With 5 years of service, recreation leader Lenora Clay. And with 5 years of service, aquatics operations supervisor Sierra Heigl.
All right, Ms. Heigl, congratulations now.
Thank you.
All right.
You're dressed official for the occasion.
I am.
Yes. Our lifeguards are always lifeguarding, as they say. Sierra started with us as a full-time lifeguard and has moved her way up the ranks, and now is our aquatic supervisor over our pools at DST and also at Pompey Park. It's always a pleasure to see someone who comes through the ranks and is able to grow once they start, because when I come here, I always see that people are always taking our people. As we see, everyone says they start in Parks and Rec and they end up in another department doing well. So it's always good when we have someone that we can retain our talent and allow them to grow. And she's done that, and she's hit the ground running with a lot of things. When she took over at the pool, coming up on a year, I believe. The pool aquatics is not an easy thing. It's not an easy task. It's not easy to run aquatics because you have issues with maintenance and pumps. And right now we just got 3 new sand filters, well, glass filters, or whatever the new age is. And she was very instrumental in getting the quotes and getting everybody to be able to have that pool filled enough time. And shout out to Hugh too as well. Appreciate you. And getting that done, and it's a task, but she's up for it. She's outgoing. She travels a little bit too. Every birthday, she's always doing something. Her parents are here. There's your parents. They have signs. Raise the signs. You guys had signs? Yeah. So her parents are here. Shark snacks. Protect the pool. Safety first. But yeah. But Sierra, we look forward to you staying with us and growing with us in our aquatics programming. We love your ideas. We love your energy, and we appreciate you. All right.
the Murphy family. You have your mother and father here.
I do.
How about a family shot with the signs and all of it? And don't try to pretend that you all are all of a sudden shy. You're already with the signs and such.
I'd like being in the back with the sign.
Oh, come on. It's not that far away. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Please.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Next up, we have our 50-50 raffle drawing.
$100 gift card.
Oh, wow. Pardon me a second. Goodness gracious. Abby Neural. I hope you haven't left it. There it is. How about a $100 gift card. Okay. Given that $100 is it's nothing to sneeze at. Dot Bass here has kept it under security in her office in the Department of Human Resources. So as we adjourn the meeting, she'll be more than happy to escort you to receive your $100 gift card. So congratulations. One could say don't spend it all in one place, but it depends on the individual shopping habits. Congratulations.
That concludes today's ceremony. Thank you all for coming, and hope to see you next quarter.
Thank you, everybody.